Go through a nether portal in a flat world survival and you'll notice how the world isn't flat in the slightest. In fact, the end has the exact same problem, and this would be a very big deal if you could access either of those places in legit survival, but sadly they are both locked to creative or cheating in the default flat world survival. Imagine if there was a way that you could make both of these dimensions flat. You could bring in diamonds or wither skeletons or even netherite, as well as custom structures, all to the Superflat experience, making it actually have a longevity. Well, you don't need to imagine, because Ultraflat Survival massively improves the flat world experience for survival or creative players on any Bedrock platform, including consoles, and I'm going to explain what makes this one of the most fascinating survival experiences with all of the changes and features which you can expect from this in today's video. But first, let's mention that you can subscribe, perhaps with notifications turned on, to see more of these videos. And yeah, this is obviously a map that's available on the marketplace right now. You can buy it with cash, you can buy it with Minecoins, you can buy it with Google Play credit. However you get it, it will put you into this room when you start. It's a really simple room that's just here to help you work out what settings you want for your world, as well as the fact that if you're not familiar with this video or just the world as a whole, it tells you which notable recipes we've added. There are 3 major ones, one for Heart of the Sea, one for Blaze Rods, and even one for an end portal frame. You know, rather than making a stronghold just out in the world, I figured so that even if you're playing without structures, because you can turn it off if you want to, even with structures turned off, you can still go to the end if you get the right resources. Might be kind of tricky, but still, there are structures which you can enable or disable. You can turn off natural regeneration if you want to do ultra hardcore style, which I figure a lot of people might. You know, this is kind of like ultra hardcore survival, but it's ultra flat core survival. And then we also have some additions that are right here. I recommend taking this map if you want to know everything that's changed. Maybe take this as well, although this will be in your crafting table. And then if you've never played flat before, maybe take this map with you as well. It gives you the basic guide as to how you can get villagers, which allows you to get most of everything else. However, there's also a bonus chest in here. You can take as much or as little as you like from here. It'll give you saplings, if you, I presume you want to do it that way. It'll give you beetroot seeds, a tiny bit of food, some maps. You got the basic stuff that would come in a bonus chest. You can take it all, or you can take none of it. Today I'm going to take it all, personally. But yeah, you can take, I think it's a really handy thing to have the bonus world be right there. Also, as you can see, it'll give you these same maps that we took from the wall, but I like to steal them from the wall personally, so you're not going to stop me. And here is a pressure plate which will warp everyone to the world. Every single player who was down here will now be warped into the world itself, where you'll immediately spot, first of all, structures, if you're playing with structures turned on. These aren't regular Minecraft structures, they are custom structures built for this map to make things a little bit more interesting, to do a bit of exploration. It's not the same village over and over again. It is a very different structure everywhere. Indeed, they might look like regular Minecraft structures, but let me assure you, you might see that's a wide desert temple, but there's a lot of fun things around here if you want to find them. And also you'll notice that the grass looks different in every direction, because wow, what's that? There are 16 separate biomes in this map. It looks really cool when you see it from this above angle right here. It's really incredible because it means there are 16 sets of biomes, meaning that you're not just stuck into a plains biome like the regular flat. You can have a taiga biome or a jungle for parrots and cats and pandas if you want them, or you can have a taiga or a desert, so you can get access to a lot of extra things this way, which are previously just locked off for no good reason besides Minecraft flat only has one biome. If you want the extra biomes, they're all right here, and they're all 256 by 256 blocks, which is plenty of space to build something slightly different in each quadrant should you want to. And I think it's a really cool layout for the map. Maybe you agree with me, or maybe you disagree, in which case maybe you'll enjoy the fact that this map isn't just 3 blocks of dirt and then bedrock. In fact, the bedrock level might go up and down in some places, allowing for some cave-based content to be found on the flat world if you want to look for it. If you don't want to look for it, you can treat it like it's a flat world, but if you do want to have a little bit of exploration around the world, it's not just on the surface, it can actually be down below it. This is something which is pretty cool because there are some amazing secrets hidden down there that I'm not going to spoil for you, but there are lots of things around the world, including Easter eggs, because, you know, this is something we like to do. Every map released by IBX Toy Maps, I like to make sure they're all console size, so there are limits to this world. Unlike regular flat, which goes on forever and kind of to some extent is dull, this is a map that gives you a finite world, or at least a finite land area, which in my opinion is a really fun way to do maps. I know if you didn't come from console edition, that seems weird, but it's also going to allow you to, if you want to, just go past that limit, and from here you can build out if you want to, whether in creative or survival, you can do that and it's perfectly fine, and you can treat it kind of like the end void. There is nothing below below you, which is terrifying to fall below, it does have to be said, but there is nothing below you, and you're gonna see the slime's falling a long way. There's nothing below you which allows you to do some really cool things out here with no fear of mobs spawning. You can cover this area in pathway blocks like you do in regular flat, or you can build out into the void if you want to be safe. You've got lots and lots of options in this world. Speaking of options, by the way, you know how the regular build height is, what is it, 376 blocks? This is something fun that we enabled just for this map, because Superflat is meant to be the crux of creativity. Even though I like to play Superflat in survival, I know that I'm the one insane person, and I wanted to make this a fun map for creative players, not just in terms of the biomes, which are different. So if you want to unleash your creativity, I think being able to do that in lots of biomes is great, but also in terms of the height. Something fun that is built into this world is the fact that you can exceed the height limit if you want to. So again, I'll show you that right now just to confirm we're right. The usual height limit in Minecraft is 320 blocks, at which point the game says, hey, no, don't be doing that over there. Oh, what's that? We can keep going up, I hear you saying? Wow, that's ridiculous. You can go up to 350 blocks in this world. That is insane, except actually, you can go up past 350 blocks as well. We made the height limit of this world 400 blocks is what I would say if the height limit was 400 blocks, because it actually goes up well past that, because the height limit on this world is 512 blocks. If you've ever wanted to have a build which is 512 blocks high, but your regular Minecraft doesn't let you, this is something you can do on this map. Again, this is something you don't have to download an extra add-on, and therefore if you're playing on console and literally can't do it, it's not going to be impossible. It's built into the world because this is meant to be an unleashing of creativity. It's a fun survival experience because that's what I view Superflat as. That is a lot of what this map is all about. That's why we put so many improvements into the tech tree of these additions and new Wandering Trader trades, so you can truly do anything if you grind away enough and if you do the stuff, but it is also meant to be great for creative players, which is why you might also appreciate what happens at the edge of the world over here. So this is really, really hard to do in survival if we're being totally honest, but the world limit is usually 0 blocks, right? I think it's -64, but here if you want to, because of the raised up world, you can build right the way down should you want, and this means you can build underneath the world. Don't look down there, but you can look underneath the world. Don't look at any of the secrets in this video, okay? These are trades. I'm not meant to be sharing these are meant to be surprises when you look at the map. Obviously this only works till Y -64 when the game tells you have to stop, except I'm just kidding. Of course that's not what happens. If you want, you can build far under the world here, which is actually pretty great for like being able to survive. It's kind of annoying that the world goes deeper. That, you know, like if you ever fall into the void, you know how bad it sucks, and this world gives you a decent fighting chance to prevent that. You can go really, really far down. You can make you can make 1,000 block tall builds on this world because it goes down really, 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 really far. Let me just tell you. And is there any good reason to want to go down this far? Some would say no. I would say it looks cool. And that is good enough for me. So yeah, you can build all the way down to 512 blocks, with there then being a 40 block void below that. And that means that, also look at that, because the world is there, it's blocking the rain, but there's no world there. It's a pretty cool thing. Anyway, I've had a great time here in the overworld, but I'd better buy myself some lava, as you can do using this map. We finally added one of the most logical trades to the Wandering Trader. I don't know why it's not there before, except, oh no, we can't go to the nether with just 4 buckets. I guess we'll need a lava farm to turn those 4 into something more. Anyway, more seriously, you can go to the nether on this flat world. Unlike in regular worlds, obsidian is fully obtainable therefore, and you know what that means you can do? That's right, go through the nether portal, and what's it like on the other side? I mean, in regular flats, it's just like, they've done nothing with it. But oh, what's that? Do we have a structure in here too? So this is obviously turned off if you turn off structures, but if you have structures turned on, you get a unique nether-only structure filled with piglin brutes, giving you an opportunity to find king snorts. And yeah, this is it's a really cool opportunity to have not just a flat nether to potentially build on, but also a structure to explore. This can be a genuine survival exploration map, etc., but it can also just be a flat basis to build on in the nether. A lot of people honestly feel like they've been missing this, right? Like Minecraft does not have a flattened nether, which means if you want flat nether builds, you can't really do them, which is a big shame, some might say. And yeah, as you also might know, you can also craft craft end portal frames. This is one of the coolest things because it will allow you to experience the flat end. So the nether being flat is something the old console edition used to have, and it was a very cool thing, but a flat end has never been attempted, and so I figured what would be the best way to flatten an end? I think this is the closest thing we have to that. All 20 of your end gateways are already installed. This one has a lovely hoe for you right there. It is a perfectly flat end, and this allows you to do some building out here if you want to. I think it's such a cool design to have the ring around the main ring, and then if you go far enough out, there's another ring past that. It's a super, super cool idea. Do you want to see it, actually? I'll show you. It's this is a end where we truly did make it flat all the way around. And I think it's so beautiful. Yeah, you have access to structures should you want them. We have access to a lot of things out here, and this means that in flat, you can access everything in the game if you can make the progress. Do you want to know how you make the progress? Rather than me showing you, how about we explain it using this notable recipe map right here? So you're going to need to get yourself some Eye of Enders. Eye of Enders, obviously you need some Blaze Rod, you need some Ender Pearls. Ender Pearls can be gotten either in the Warp Forest part of the Nether, or by trading with piglins, because when lightning strikes them, they turn into piglins, not into zombified piglins. And then you're going to need to get some black stained glass and some Endstone. Wow, Endstone, where are you going to get that? You're going to have to work out some smart stuff, I reckon. It's a really, really, really fun challenge of a flat map. If you look at Superflat and you say, wow, that's you know, it's fun, but I don't like that it eventually just kind of cuts you off. If you want to go to the Nether in the end, if you want to kill the dragon on a flat world, this is your only option to do so without cheating. And I think that is personally one of the cool things. I'm really proud of what we've done here because it's personally, I always like to make what I would like to see in a map. And yeah, the end result is often very strange. The end result is often very silly. But personally, I love it a lot, and I hope that you do too, because like I said, if you buy this right now, it's available on the marketplace, a percentage of those proceeds go straight back to supporting this channel, and I'd really appreciate if you got the map, not just because you like the channel, but also because I think it's one of the best survival challenge experiences out there, which is why with the team together put it together. Thank you to Deshi for doing a lot of the back, you know, the program behind it, and thank you to Adorable Ho for doing some of the builds, like that Nether structure you just saw. And yeah, if you, it's a lot of fun. I'd recommend giving it a try, and you can do that right now on the marketplace. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see me attempt this super fun ultra flat survival, then you can do so at some point in the coming future. This week I'm going to start a little bit of a world. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And also, just for fun, I got a bunch of people to try this out so we can do a little bit of like testing the map before it came out. So if you want to see that, a couple of new ultra flat videos coming soon. And yeah, I think it's great. So I'll see you next time. Bye. Wait, is the end? Yeah, the end's the normal height. Don't jump off the end. You will die. Goodbye.